I told you one of the most successful fitness brands in the world didn't raise a single dollar from outside investors. No fancy funding rounds, no big corporate backing, just a teenager, a screen printer, and a community that believed in him. Hey Brainiacs, welcome back to Brain and Bank. I'm June, and on this channel, we break down the mindset, money moves, and modern strategies behind smart business growth. Today, we're unpacking the wild story of how Gymshark became a billion-dollar brand without outside funding, and why the real secret wasn't just in the product, it was in the people. Let's get into it.
Chapter 1: From College Bedroom to Global Brand. Before Gymshark became a billion-dollar company, it was just a side hustle born out of frustration and a bit of ambition. Ben Francis was a 19-year-old university student in the UK, working as a pizza delivery driver by night and dreaming about fitness by day. He wasn't a business mogul. He didn't have investors or a big marketing team. What he had was passion and a laptop. In 2012, Ben started Gymshark from his bedroom. At first, he wasn't even making clothes. He was building a fitness app and dabbling in website design. But when he couldn't find gym wear that matched his style and goals, he decided to create it himself. He bought a screen printer and sewing machine with some savings and began printing t-shirts in his parents' garage. But here's what made it special. Ben wasn't just trying to build a clothing line. He was already part of the fitness community, following creators and YouTubers. So, when it came time to promote Gymshark, he didn't take out ads. He sent free gear to fitness influencers, and they wore it and talked about it, and their audiences, people just like Ben, connected with it instantly. Gymshark wasn't polished, corporate, or cold. It was authentic. It felt like it came from one of us. And that's how it started to grow, not as a brand that spoke down to its audience, but as a brand that grew alongside them. This wasn't about flashy campaigns or startup capital. It was about a real person solving a real problem for people he understood, because he was one of them. Chapter 2: Community over Capital, the Gymshark Secret. Here's what made Gymshark different from the start. They didn't raise a single dollar from outside investors. While other startups were chasing funding rounds, Gymshark was focused on something more powerful: community. From day one, Ben Francis and his small team leaned into influencer partnerships, not as a marketing gimmick, but as a way to build real relationships. They reached out to fitness creators on YouTube and Instagram, people who already had trust with their audience, and offered them Gymshark gear, not cash. What happened next sparked a movement. These influencers weren't just posting sponsored photos, they were part of the Gymshark lifestyle. They wore the brand, worked out in it, traveled to events, and even helped shape new product ideas. They became brand ambassadors in the truest sense: authentic, visible, and deeply invested. And here's the magic. Gymshark didn't just gain exposure, they gained loyalty. Their audience didn't feel sold to, they felt seen. They didn't just follow the brand, they felt like they were part of it. The brand wasn't something separate, it was something they helped build. Gymshark gave its fans a role in the story, whether through meetups, exclusive drops, or online community engagement. That's what turned casual followers into loyal fans, and loyal fans into a tribe. And in today's economy, that kind of tribe is more valuable than any investor check. Because when you create a brand that makes people feel like they belong, they don't just support you, they champion you. Chapter 3: The Power of Niche, Consistency, and Listening. If there's one thing Gymshark mastered early, it was this: stay in your lane, but listen to the people in it. While many brands try to be everything to everyone, Gymshark doubled down on one clear niche: fitness enthusiasts who cared as much about how they looked in the gym as how they trained. They weren't trying to sell to pro athletes or casual joggers. They built for the in-between, young digital native gym goers who lived online and worked out hard. And the brand stayed incredibly consistent. From the clean aesthetics of their apparel to the tone of their posts and the values of their athletes, Gymshark didn't just create products, they created a culture. You knew exactly what you were getting when you engaged with them, whether it was through a launch video, an Instagram story, or a pop-up event. But what made that culture sustainable wasn't just their focus, it was their ability to listen. Gymshark paid attention to what their community loved and what they didn't. If sizing was off, they fixed it. If a color drop flopped, they noted it for next time. If athletes or ambassadors were getting feedback from followers, the team used that intel to refine designs, improve drops, and enhance the brand experience. They even brought the online connection offline, hosting massive Gymshark pop-ups and athlete meetups around the world. People would line up for hours, not just to buy gear, but to feel part of something bigger. These weren't just events, they were loyalty accelerators. And all of this growth, it wasn't fueled by guesswork, it was fueled by feedback. Because when you build a brand around your community tells you how to grow. And if you listen, they'll take you exactly where you need to go. Chapter 4: What creators and entrepreneurs can learn from Gymshark. So what can you take from Gymshark's journey, whether you're building a brand, launching a side hustle, or trying to grow your creator business? Lesson 1: Start where you are. Ben Francis didn't wait until he had funding, a full team, or a flawless plan. He started with a screen printer, some passion, and a community he understood. The best time to start isn't when everything's perfect. It's when you've got something real to offer. Perfection slows people down. Action builds momentum. Lesson 2: Build trust through community, not just content. Content might get you seen, but community is what makes people stay. Gymshark didn't just post workout clips and product photos, they engaged. They celebrated their fans, listened to feedback, and made customers feel like collaborators. Don't just talk at your audience, talk with them. Lesson 3: Growth comes from value, not investors. While most startups chase capital, Gymshark chased connection, and it paid off. By staying lean, listening closely, and reinvesting into their tribe, they scaled organically, not artificially. If you focus on delivering genuine value, your audience becomes your most powerful growth engine. And finally, play the long game. Gymshark's rise didn't happen overnight. It was years of consistency, feedback, and evolution. Too many creators give up because their first 3 posts don't go viral. But the truth is, trust takes time. And trust is what converts casual followers into loyal customers. So if you're building something right now, no matter how small, it's not about how fast you grow. It's about how deep you grow. Depth leads to loyalty. Loyalty leads to longevity. And longevity builds legacies.
Gymshark didn't grow because they had deep pockets. They grew because they had deep connections. They listened, they showed up, and they built with their community, not just for it. That's the kind of brand that lasts. If you want more stories like this that teaches you how to build smarter, not just louder, make sure to subscribe to Brain and Bank and drop a comment below. What's your biggest takeaway from the Gymshark journey? And always remember this: in a world chasing capital, community is the new currency. I will see you in my next video.